It has not, because really, if you look at the way we have spread it too thin, and that's why I still go back to my position. Yes, it could be true that probably we left one county or so with the first formula, and that can be considered. But expanding it to 34 and spreading it across the country, where now you say that almost every county has some pockets of marginalization, is missing the original intention of this equalization fund. Remember, when we were debating, and I was in this house, Madam Speaker, I remember some of us argued that even Nairobi, there are areas which are marginalized. So we are at times confusing poverty with marginalization. The two are not the same. There is poverty and there is marginalization, and we can use different strategies to address both of them. There is urban poor, there is rural poor, and then we have marginalized areas. And marginalized areas, you don't need rocket science to really know an area that is marginalized. You just drive there or make a point of visiting. And Madam Speaker, you will see real marginalization. And I'm happy that the Constitution even identified what is meant by marginalization: roads, health facilities, education, water, electricity. Clearly, an area which is marginalized in those bases, you can easily determine. So, but as to whether this fund has met its objective as a question by Lesuda, largely not. And to some extent, yes, some of the projects have made a whole lot of difference in people's lives in some of these areas. And I have visited a few areas and I've seen what the fund has done. But bringing the country to near equality or equalization as we had intended, because a country that is so divided in terms of, or so unequal, is a country that is very difficult to govern. Sometimes we just laugh about some of these things and even put them on social media and compare that, look how constituency Honorable Makalap is dusty, and you put a road leading to your bedroom which is so smooth, yet you know very well that even Makalap's taxes are on your road. And even if it was not his taxes, he's paying debt that was taken by some leaders who come from your village, who made sure that you have roads, and because his area has not produced a leader, then they are in dusty and you want to laugh at them. It is something that can bring civil unrest. It can create problem in the society. Part of what we saw in 2007, Madam Speaker, was the thinking in the people's minds that they are being marginalized. And that is why we almost lost a country. So in my view, if you ask me as a cabinet secretary, and I'm not speaking as someone who is coming from one corner of this country, because I know part of this money has gone even to Super South to address some marginalization in some sub-locations there. But I am not cabinet secretary for Super South. I am speaking about Kenya, and I know for sure there are areas which are so marginalized that they need this money more than other areas. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Very well. Honorable members, I know there is a lot of interest. If we keep the questions brief and precise, very many of us will speak. Honorable member for Marakwet West.